Growing Big with Steve Bartylla.
On Growing Big, we really mainly cover two topics: managing the land, managing the deer. So today we're going to talk about managing deer again. There's been a little bit of confusion here. Now, I am a very strong proponent of using the habitat to tell us whether or not we need to harvest more or fewer deer on our property. The habitat, its health is going to instruct us on whether or not the habitat can support more deer, less deer, or if we're in our sweet spot. It is not an approach for a macro view. We're talking micro, property specific, and we want to have our property be the healthiest habitat in the area because that's going to suck more deer in. And that habitat, if there's 25% or less available woody browse that the deer like to eat come spring, you know what? You need to shoot more deer. You need to increase your nutritional plane. If it's between that 25 to 50 to 75% range, depending on what your goals are, you're in the sweet spot. You just need to harvest enough to maintain. If you've got more than 75% of the browse that the deer like to eat, and the deer will tell you, just get out there in the spring, note what they like eating for woody browse on the buds and what they don't. What they like is the preferred woody browse. Keep it simple, stupid. Okay, if you have 75% or more that they can easily reach that's available, you know what? You'll probably want to build your deer numbers. Your habitat can handle more does. Now, when you come to the realization that you need to shoot does, here's one of the areas where the confusion starts setting in. If you've got 20 acres of ground, even on a limited amount like this, when you are improving that habitat, you are going to have most likely some doe groups with core areas on your ground, meaning that they spend the majority of their daylight hours there. Those does are your best friends. They keep Mr. Big busy on your ground. But you're also going to have a bunch of fence jumpers, does that are bedding on the neighbor's ground and coming over to your ground to feed. When we need to shoot does, those are the first does you shoot. Now, as I said, there seems to be some confusion in this area because of some of the comments I've got. No, you don't shoot every single deer if you only own 20 acres that's jumping the fence. If you do that, you're going to kill every deer on the property. People, let's use some common sense here. No, you can't. But what you can do is you can kill the ones that are bedding on the neighbors first, when you have to shoot does to reduce the population. Okay. By doing that, you are reducing the odds of that doe being in estrus come November, jumping the fence, feeding for a while, and jumping back over only for Mr. Big to come through at 7 o'clock in the morning and hit her estrus trail. Guess what he's going to do? He's going to follow her.
Growing Big is brought to you by Wildlife Research Center, the gold standard. Reconics, see what you've been missing. Antler King, bigger bucks, healthier deer. The Heater Bodysuit, you stay warm or your money back. Furminator, the best food plot implement on earth. Bush Hog, performance you can count on. Redneck Blinds, the best hunting blinds on the planet. Chestnut Hill Nursery and Orchards. And foodplotsfordeer.com, planning your habitat improvements and improving your hunting.
No, shooting most of the fence jumpers is not going to make it so that a buck spends all his time on the ground. Okay. And no, when you have a small property, you're not going to shoot every single one of those does. But when you need to shoot does, those are the very first ones because they're the ones that cause us trouble.
Growing Big with Steve Bartylla.